What's up everyone, Maximilian here, and wanted to start making some videos about the latest game, Persona 4, that everyone seems to be talking about right now. Had a little bit of time to get some impressions of the game and went through like the basic tutorial to see like what the mechanics are, but it's really hard to put this stuff into play if you don't know exactly what's going on. Of course, by learning a fighting game, the only way you really learn how to play is by fighting people. But getting a base idea for what the game has to offer is extremely necessary, so hopefully I'll give you guys a bit of that taste right here to see if you think that Persona 4 is something that we should definitely be investing some time into. So let's go through it really quick. I'm gonna go skip the basic stuff, which is like jumping, kicking, you know, whatever. I'm gonna go straight into some attacks, and from that point forward, we'll see if this game is gonna be something that we should keep playing. So let's start off with lights, basic lights, and then we got mid-air stuff. This is all very basic. This is a 4-button fighter, by the way, and it's very similar to the previous games that you might know, like Guilty Gear and BlazBlue. So let's see what else we can get into. These are the basic attacks. The Persona attacks are the right face button. So this is like standing C is that, down C is a sweep attack like that one, or a launcher in this case, and then jump C does that. You have 2 Persona attacks, and you have 2 regular attacks, and D is another type of Persona attack. Stand D and additional D. Yeah, and it does something else right at the end. And then the mid-air D. Yeah, that's the one where he launches down. So, going about defense, this is not a button defense, it's just showing me the fact that that's an overhead. And if you don't block it low, I'll switch sides so you can see it. It turns up with a little exclamation point, like a blue one saying that it was a high attack and you have to block high. It does little things like that is actually pretty neat to show you where the attack is actually coming from. So, crouching block, you see down back will be this, and if I hold high, you see that green exclamation point that comes up if I don't block it? You know, you can't kind of see it there. Let me let him cross me up. Yeah, or I'll block high, and it shows me that it was low with the green. So it's pretty cool that the game shows you that green exclamation point should be blocking low, blue exclamation point should be blocking high. Air block is straight holding back in the air, as usual, straight air dasher stuff. You might be familiar with this from like Marvel. It is not like Street Fighter. You can actually block in the air, and this is a very offensive style of game. Dashing cannot be done like Marvel, however, which is done with 2 attacks, at least in the air. 2 attacks on the ground actually initiate a dash, but if you want to properly dash in the air, it will be an actual regular motion, which is 2 forwards or 2 backs. Getting into jumping, there is high jumps in this game, like super jumps. A lot of mobility stuff, and as I can show you before, yeah, pressing 2 attacks in the air does not let you dash. You actually have to physically enter the command. So forward, forward, and back, back. Air recovery. So this is a very Guilty Gear style of thing. If you press any attack button or hold any attack button while you're knocked into the air or on the ground, I believe. Yeah, here's on the ground. It'll pop you up. Immediately pop you up. This can be good, it can be bad, it can be put you into some mix-up situations if you're constantly holding it down, so you gotta be careful with it. I learned all this stuff earlier today from the cross-counter show when I was talking to the producer. This is the basic easy combo in the game, and it actually goes into a super if you have the meter. Literally, it is just mashing the hell out of A, the basic first button, and it'll get you an easy auto combo. And that's actually still useful. We were still seeing a lot of people that were relatively good at the game today using auto combos, so getting into some basic combos, here's a basic 1, 2, 3. Showing you how do you get your Persona in there from the 2 light attacks. Now this is the one that I find a little crazy. An all-out attack. I'm still trying to make sense of this. Let me see here. So it goes like this, and it can get up to 16 hits. So you have to like mash it, and then at the end you have to finish with a launcher, which is I think that's C. So let me try this. Oops. Ba, ba, and then C? Nope, didn't work. Okay, I only got like 10 hits out of that one, but as you can tell, you can get a lot more after. I'll try that one again with the... Nope, that didn't work. See, I got 12 that time. Okay, well, it definitely does go to more stuff. This one is a blowback one, so it's using the other Persona attack. Yeah, it looks like 10 is about the average I'm getting, but you can press it repeatedly for more damage. It's kind of like an auto combo in a way, but not really. Yeah, and you can't really combo into it, it looks like. At least early on it doesn't look that way. Yeah, anyway. Sweeps are down with the 2 basic attacks. So if you can combo into sweep, I think that would be... Yeah, you can properly combo into sweep. There we go, there's a proper combo. Big Gamble is like your reversal. I think everybody in this game gets like a reversal uppercut of some kind. And as you can tell, Yu is an awful lot like Kai Kisuke from Guilty Gear back in the day. It's a very familiar looking move. Throws are different than like Street Fighter 4 and Third Strike. They're the actual 2 opposite buttons, and not the 2 light attacks. So that's a very small variation. You can also air throw, and just another way to mix people up. I think you can mostly be comboed after for a lot of it too. And of course, escaping throws is the exact same button as well. Now this one is showing me the fact that I can do 2 combos or 2 moves from my persona attack. And since your persona acts separately, it has these, you see the P's at the top? Your persona has like kind of like life gauges, and that's what it is. They can get hit and they can go away, but they do recover, so it's kind of neat. This one wants me to do that and do that. Let's try it. Oh, it's just showing me 2 different types of attacks. Okay. I thought it was like a combo. It's just showing me the fact that I have a special move from both my personas. Here's another one for a skill boost, and that one's actually just a EX version. So what it's saying is that you can, with the sacrifice of 25 SP or skill, get an EX version. So for anyone that's familiar with Street Fighter 4 or Third Strike, it's just like that. Zeodine C. So when you do supers in this game, it's not like Marvel. They're not easy mode supers where you just press 1 motion and like 3 buttons or 2 buttons or whatever. You actually have to do double motions with 1 button, which is, I think, what is technically harder, and you get your super. So there's a little bit more effort involved in actually getting supers. Now, Awaken happens by taking damage and getting your HP below about 35%. And from what I understand, this gives you a... Yeah, when you're Awakened, your max SP will raise to about 150, and you're going to gain 50 SP as well. So instead of like Rage or X Factor, the comeback mechanic in this game is that it just gives you more meter. It gives you another opportunity to do more stuff with that meter. But when you have 50 SP and are Awakened, you can actually do other crazy stuff. Like you get access to different moves because you have more SP and it's under that 35% area. So if I do this special, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's a meter eating special, but it does a ridiculous amount of damage. But you have to be in specific situations, have a missing amount of HP, and have some SP with it. SP is the meter in this game. So with reversal bursts, you use this to counter when under attack. This is similar to the BlazBlue games and Guilty Gear games where you break out of something but it costs meter. So this guy's going to get me into a combo, and I'm going to bust out of it by pressing the 2 top buttons and right. So I think that would be A, C, and D. Hopefully I'm getting the notations right, but you can see it in the top left what it is. So you can break out of combos in this game. Now Max Burst is something that happens when you're not being attacked, and you can just do it normally. And you get this, and it's, once again, it's something that takes a little bit of SP. Actually, no, this one, okay, this is a little bit different. If you hit the opponent with this one, it actually refuels your SP gauge, so if you're able to surprise your opponent with this attack, it's really lucrative because it gives you a ton of meter. Now, I keep forgetting this game has rolls. Whenever I've tried to play it and I haven't gotten much of a chance to actually play against people, it's crazy how it's got rolls and short jumps, and you'll see the hop right here. Short jumps, just like King of Fighters games and just like Capcom vs. SNK 2, which got it from King of Fighters games. That's pretty awesome that it's actually got that, and remembering to use that is something I really gotta do. I also have to remember to do this one, that you can turn your character in midair. Now, I'll give you an example of what it's really good for. You think that's good for, like, defense and stuff like that? It's amazing for, like, cross-ups. Being able to cross-up your opponent. And, yeah, man, like, if you see, like, I can do my Persona attack right there, but if I do it in the air, the Persona should come out on the opposite side. Maybe. We'll see if I do it. I think it mostly works for... Ooh, wow, I have a dive kick. I have a dive kick. Yeah, I can actually change the angle of the dive kick to the other direction, so if I did something like this... instead of like this, which doesn't go anywhere, it makes it pretty difficult to block, I would imagine. Bam. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So I'd have to hit Yosuke's persona. So this is, you can actually see an example of his persona taking hits. I was dive kicking, and you see the cards are recharging at the top right. He'll eventually get his persona back. You get frozen and under certain status ailments, and you just have to press left and right to break out of it. Pretty easy, pretty basic stuff for breaking out of stuff. There's other ailments, since this is based off an RPG. There's a lot of like status ailments like this one. And because I'm stuck, I can only do evasive actions and I can hop on the ground. So this is paralysis or shock, I believe. Yeah, you're not able to fight normally. So there's a real crazy thing in this game that... Oh, this is panic. Panic, everything's reversed. So it wants me to backstep, and I actually have to press forward and forward. Once again, another ailment. This is the thing I was thinking about, negative penalty. So literally in Persona 4... the game doesn't want you to play defensively, so they built this into the system. If you continually backdash over and over and over and over and over really fast, check it out. I just got negative penalty. It literally means it just dropped my defense. Yeah, you'll be penalized if you keep running too long and you begin taking more damage from your opponent. So if your strategy revolves around backdashing or keeping away for a long period of time, you better have good defense, because the game is going to tell you, yo, you're taking more damage if you're being that defensive, or not that defensive, if you're being that evasive. Kind of crazy, and the game literally wants you to be more offensive. Let's see what this is. This is an alpha counter. In between his attack, you can alpha counter straight through. Let's see if this costs meter. It does cost meter. It's like it costs about 50 points to pull this off. So this will get you out of those pressure situations, and it costs about half a bar, it looks like. Invincible move, 50 SP. So, this is good if you're just stuck in a corner and you can't do anything. This game has kind of got, like... This one, instant blocking, is cool because it's, like, opposite parrying. It's just more resembling the... kind of the parrying mechanic that's in Soul Calibur 5, where you press the auto, or plus the block right as the attack hits, and you'll like, just defend it, you know, from, like, King of Fighters and stuff from like, K-Groove of CVS2. If you look here as he attacks, I can see a little bit of wind-up. This is going to be a little bit difficult because I'm not used to it. There's one right there. You glow, and you like, essentially recover way faster. But, as you can tell, the timing is a little sensitive. I'm trying to get it. There is another one. Too early. Okay, and there's another one. So, it's not ridiculously easy to do, but if your opponent has an extremely obvious attack, it lets you just pretty much ignore the regular block, and you could counterattack immediately after. So, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff to get out of things in this game, if you have the skill to do it. So this thing, you can perform a combo by super canceling from skills to SP skills. So this is pretty neat. Swift Strike is this basic combo, which is very Kai Kisuke-ish. Wow, I didn't realize that. And I could cancel that into a super. Straight into it. So, the game is literally telling me that I can cancel... It doesn't look like it's... Is it not comboing? It looks like he's blocking it. Let me throw him first. I might have to wait for... I might have to let the combo go all the way through, or else I'm doing it wrong. There we go, yeah. You had to go through the whole thing. All the game is telling you is that you could cancel your specials. Just like... This is what Third Strike lets you do. You can't do that in Street Fighter 4, and I'm trying to get another good example, but Guilty Gear Games lets you cancel your specials, and that carries over. So the Swift Strike is also letting me know that, or with the Swift Strike letting me know that I could cancel my special moves, like your regular special moves like fireballs and stuff like that. You can actually cancel those into other things. So if you wanted to cancel it and just stop the animation but keep everything else of it and just go into something else, you can do that. This is just showing me that I can cancel this Swift Strike move by pressing the first 3 buttons, which is, I think that'd be A, B, and C. So watch this. And I'm done with it, and I'm reset to neutral. So this means that I can follow that up with more combos. However, since it allows me to continue it, it does cost meter, I believe. Yeah, I don't have meter and I can't do it. So it's just one more thing showing you that it requires meter, but it's one of those things that allows you to do a bunch more damage. Swift Strike, and showing one more burst. I don't exactly know what this one does, so let's find out. You did it. One more burst launches the opponent into the air. Okay. So this is a little bit different. I guess this one is similar to the previous one before, but it launches them up and you can actually follow up with a combo. Let me try that again really quick. Ooh, why is it not working? Okay, so there's an example of one more. I don't know, it's not working. I don't know as much about it. I have to go back and maybe check that out. This game actually carries over instant kills, which is kind of crazy, because instant kills are a trademark like of Guilty Gear games. They've always had this ridiculous move that is really hard to land, and instantly kills your opponent under certain conditions, so check this out. My bad. So, slow as hell, he stabs the ground, ridiculously cinematic, crazy anime thing happens, and by the power of Voltron, you can suck my glowing sun monster with a meteor from the sky. It's just an example of how ridiculous it is. It's there for looks, and it instantly kills your opponent. So that's about it from Lesson Mode, just to give you guys a quick example of what Persona offers. I'll do my best to get some battles in, but it's going to take a little while for me to adjust to this game. Literally, the last game I put a lot of time into when it comes to Air Dash style, like Arc System Works type style of games, was literally Guilty Gear XX, and that was about, oh man, like 8 years ago? I can't even tell you now. And I really like those games. I like playing as a lot of characters in those games, and this game seems like it can be a lot of fun, because once you're able to utilize all the stuff you just saw in Lesson Mode, I mean, we just saw 46 different things that the game has to offer. There's a lot, man, and once I start remembering that all that stuff is in there, this can get pretty fun. So let me know what you guys think of Persona 4 if you're having fun with it. This is the first day the game is out, and hopefully it's leaving a lasting impression on folks, because it looks pretty damn cool. I just gotta find that one character that I really like. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been Maximilian, and I'll see you next time.